This skirt might look complicated, but the way I design it is actually very simple. From the first sketch to choosing materials and placing every detail, there's a simple process behind it. Hi everyone, it's Mel from Sparkly Belly, and in this video, I'll walk you through exactly how I design a professional belly dance skirt from start to finish using a real skirt I designed recently. So you can start applying these ideas right away. Let's get started. It all starts with the design. For every project, I begin with sketching. For this one, I knew I wanted a high-waisted mermaid silhouette with cutouts, something a few of you have been asking for. So I started by looking at existing designs and sketching what I saw. And I'm not trying to copy them here, I'm studying them. By drawing them out, I start to notice things like where the seams are, how the slits are placed, what the base shape looks like underneath all the decorations, and how everything might be constructed. Once I have those ideas, I start sketching my own versions. I like to begin with a clean base and then explore variations from there. That way, you can create different looks using the same pattern, which many of my students like to do. For this design, I wanted a strong, balanced hourglass silhouette with cutouts in the front, sides, and back, plus slits and godets for movement. Then I started thinking about colors, textures, and materials. Like I mentioned in my last video, layering textures adds depth and richness. So here I planned things like textured fabrics, sequins, velvet, and layering appliques, straps, and rhinestones. The hip area is where a lot of movement happens in belly dancing, so I like to add layers of textures around here. I also planned a variation using the same base but with different materials, like black lycra and stretch lace, just to show how much the look can change. I even think about things like color contrast, because details won't stand out if they blend in too much, especially on stage or on camera. So I decided these appliques are going to be gold against black skirt. Once I have all of this mapped out, I make notes and use them as a guide when choosing materials. So now let's see how this design came to life. Once I had the design planned out, I turned it into a base skirt. And now comes my favorite part, bringing the design to life with details. Before I start attaching anything, I always plan out where the details will go. I usually focus on key areas like the waistband, hips, or slit, again because that's where a lot of action happens in belly dancing. I'm using a dress form here, but you can also do this flat on the table. It really depends on how clear your design is at this point. But if you're working on a stretchy garment, it's best to plan out the placement while it's stretched. And I actually spend quite a bit of time on this step because even small changes in placement can make a big difference in how polished the final result looks. Then I start building layers. I usually begin with larger elements first, like appliques and large stones, and then add smaller details to support them. This helps the design feel more balanced in all directions instead of random or too much in one area. Make sure there are gaps between appliques. Appliques are not stretchy like the fabric, so if you sew them on continuously, the fabric will lose its stretch. So make sure there's a little space in between appliques, and if you're worried about it, you can stretch the fabric first with a piece of cardboard or dress form, then apply your embellishment. Here, I like to listen to some music and enjoy the process of bringing my ideas to life. One thing that what really makes a skirt look more professional is knowing when to stop. If I add too much, it can start to look messy or heavy, so I step back and edit as I go. This part really comes down to your personal preference and vision. But a simple way to check is to try it on and look at it in the mirror. If something feels off, you can always add a little more or take something away. And once everything comes together, this is the final result. So you can see how the placement, layering, and textures all come together to create a much more polished, sophisticated look. I also created another version using the same design idea, but with a slightly different base and different colors and textures. And you can see how just those changes create a completely different feel. And this is the part I love most, taking one idea and turning it into different designs that still feel cohesive. And if you want to learn how to create skirts like these from start to finish, not just the design but also how to draft the base that fits your body perfectly, and how to create details like these trendy cutouts, slits, and godets so everything works together, I walk you through the full process step by step inside my brand new course, and it's designed to be beginner friendly, even if this feels a bit advanced right now. I'll also show you how to create variations like this using the same base pattern, so you're not just making one skirt. You can keep customizing and designing your own. It's launching tomorrow and I'm so excited. If you're interested, check the link below so you don't miss it. I hope this video gave you some ideas for designing your own skirts and bringing your designs to life. And if you want to add even more sparkle, watch this video next, where I show you step by step how to decorate your costume with bead embroidery. Thanks for watching and keep sparkling!